there you, and welcome to a beleaguered Imperial Guard defense line that unfortunately finds itself sandwiched between two gigantic armies. On one side, Nurgle and his plagued forces, and on the other, a greenskin war. Will Imperials be able to hold the line, or are they about to get pincered and crushed? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. Now, let's get on with the slaughter. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, this should be an extremely spicy one. Will the Imperials be able to defend against this oncoming onslaught? We've got the Greenskins over this side and Papa Nurgle over the other. And already the artillery here lighting up them center line, sending Orcs orbital up towards the stratosphere. There we go, enjoying a lovely little trip here. The Imperials have got a lot of artillery. Of course, there's been a death core of Krieg defense line. And needless to say that they're going to have lots and lots of artillery. Let's go over here onto the other side, see how the Chaos are getting on. So I would imagine that the Imperial tactic here then is to use these little pokey outbits to distract the forces, allowing the rest of the center lines to lay down the smackdown in terms of firepower. You can see the Chaos here trying to push into this Death Core Krieg here line, and they're taking stupendous losses. Now, it is important to note that the Chaos and the Orcs are definitely not friends in this fight. They too will be fighting each other. This is a three-way battle. It does look like the Chaos on their side starting to get close to the Imperial defenders. Like I said, the amount of losses that they're actually taking is quite literally insane. I don't think they've actually got a single kill yet. Let's go over to the Orc side, because apparently some of the Orcs have got kills. Yes, they have. They've managed to close the gap here right onto the Death Core lines, even with the Imperial artillery in the background, holding the Orcs. You can see the Chopper Boys making their way forward, supported by Storm Boys. But the Imperial lines are holding for now. Luckily, this crossfire action that they've got going on is really working. You can see the Orcs are totally distracted by the closest units, allowing the rest of the line just to rail into the sides of them. Going back over to the Chaos line, we have got a load of conscripts in the center who are actually melee units. So as the Chaos do get closer to the center, we are going to get some conscripts trying to countercharge forward. My God, look at all this. The blood already starting to foam at the feet of the Kriegsmen here. However, them Furies are starting to get to the front line, sweeping down, picking up Kriegsmen and sending them flying through the air. It is an all-out assault by the Chaos and the Orcs now. Both sides reaching the first line of defense here. It'll be interesting to start seeing when the Chaos and the Orcs start going head-to-head as well. I think that'll happen as these two outer lines here for the Guardsmen actually start to collapse. Does look like the Orcs are making more progress here than the Chaos at the moment. They're just storming ahead. I guess that's why they're called Storm Boys. Living up to the name here. I love that artillery though. I wish we could actually use the jump pack jets. That'd be really cool, just to see Orcs flying through the air and landing in the middle of them. I guess we get it with the artillery. So many Orcs have died on that front line. Look at that, stretching out into the distance. Thousands are cut down every second, but they are closing that gap bit by bit, getting closer to that Imperial Guard line. The Chaos struggling a little bit. Like I said, not making quite as much progress here as the Orcs have, but they are certainly making ground. Them Furies really helping out. So you can see that they're actually starting to push the center line. That's going to divide the firepower here from the flanks, allowing the Chaos to actually really push in a bit more. And slowly but surely, they are grinding down our Kriegermen here. The conscripts in the center haven't activated just yet, but I've got a feeling that it's going to happen pretty damn soon. Large force of Orcs here now, pushing up that center, no longer distracted by the flanks. Here we go, the conscript squishy center line has activated. They're slowly going to filter their way through. Oh my God. Yeah, look, some of them are making their way over here to the Chaos line as well. Going to provide an invaluable distraction for the gunners in the center. But I'm actually amazed that the Kriegsmen are holding out so well against this Chaos assault on this side. So many Furies are being thrown at them. I mean, look at this insanity here. Oh my God. Chaos just throwing themselves at the defense line here. The Kriegers barely having a chance to register what's going on before the Chaos are upon them. Let's go over to their side here. You can already see these cool little body piles starting to appear. Brittany might be praised by the end of this battle, but will Timmy? That is the question. Oh, and look at this. We're starting to get these little tendrils. The Orcs and the Chaos finally realizing that these opponents on the other side of the battlefield here are now going head-to-head. Renegade gunners storming up the front, being met by the choppers here. And a new combat line is starting to form as both forces here trying to outflank the Imperial defense. Same on the other side. Look, we've got a nice big combat line starting to happen. The Orcs are unsure which ones they need to attack here. They're not sure whether to go for the Chaos or for the Imperials. Look at this on this side, though. Another big combat line starting to form. This is really good for the Imperials, whose front line is just getting hammered by these Orcs, man. Oh my, yeah, the Orcs have really taken a beating here. But they've also dished out a lot of pain. Them artillery rounds, man, just sending Orcs flying. But you can see some of the Orcs actually live through it. And they land in the middle of the Imperials. And they just start hacking and slashing whatever's closest. But a lot of Orcs are dying to them artillery guns. Like I said, it's really cool that we've got this crazy combat line starting to form now. We get these weird things where the AI is not quite sure which one it's meant to be attacking. Oh man, the Death Corps on their side are having a field day, just railing into the side of these boys. This is a really crazy fight that's going on. The Chaos are closing that gap bit by bit. You can see though that these Imperials that are filtering through have been helping out ever so much against the Chaos forces. The Kriegers, though, not faltering. It looks like most of the artillery is focused on the Orc line. And I don't blame them, because the Orcs are the ones who've got the furthest so far. Pushing right into that Krieg line, taking a beating. I like things like this on the side, though, where we've just got these ever few individuals of the conscripts just running forward, halting the entire advance of the Orcs. Wish they could have that on the other side. But the Chaos and the Orcs are going head-to-head. And we've got this weird little line starting to form. Look how crooked that is. That's kind of crazy. But it does look like the Furies here really hurt the Orcs. They're very strong, these Demon Furies. How's our front line doing for the Kriegsmen? It's looking insane. The bodies are starting to pile up on that front line, man. No blood lakes just yet. We can see that the combat line for the Orcs and Chaos now starting to stretch off into the distance. Kind of looks like the Orcs are losing ground to the Chaos. The Chaos here getting a lot of forces pushing around that flank. Yeah, you can tell, look, by this curve here. Shows you that Chaos have had more forces in the flank. Looks like the Orcs are trying to rectify that situation. Maybe it'll start bending back around. That'll be interesting. But still, lots of forces pushing into the center. And look at this. It looks like the Chaos just automatically overwhelmed that line really quickly. Out of nowhere. The Kriegers were holding that for ages, and then suddenly that line faltered. And they were in amongst them. Got a similar affair happening now. It's coming down to these last stands. We've got the two flanking groups on either side, and we've got our box formation with all the artillery in the center. The Chaos and the Orcs are going head-to-head. Look at this defilade that's been created, though, by the Furies. Just plowing their way through the Orcs. Man, the Orcs are taking an absolute beating from Chaos. So the Renegade Gunners here are basically on par with the Choppers, by the looks of it. Looks like neither side makes an advance. But then Furies get to the front line, and that's it. We've got a cool little three-way fight going on here. Kriegsmen, Chaos, and Orcs all going head-to-head. Absolute insanity. Who's gaining the upper hand on the flank, though? Oh, we've hit the map edge. Neither side gained the upper hand on the flank. We hit a map edge. Oh, that's kind of crazy. So many Orcs, though, and Chaos are pouring in. How are we doing on this side? I kind of feel like Chaos is going to get the upper hand. There's no map edge on this side, ladies and gentlemen. So one is going to win this flank over here. That's going to be the interesting part. Let's go back to the center, though, because it kind of looks like the poor Imperials now are making a last stand. Oh, my God. To be fair to them, they've got close to 900,000 kills. So, yeah, the Imperials definitely put the hurt on both teams here. But unfortunately, the last of the Kriegsmen has just fallen. Somehow the Imperials still getting kills here. But now it comes down to a brutal fight between the Orcs and the Chaos. And I don't know who's going to win this one. The Chaos have got lots of these Furies in the center. They seem really powerful against the Orcs at the moment. But the Orc Storm Boys will be really good against the Renegade Gunners. The fight actually looks fairly even for most of the line, where it is choppers versus the Renegades. It is pretty static. But like I said, this flank here is the actual one where they can actually do some damage here and start outflanking one or the other. And I don't know, it kind of looks like Chaos has got the more forces here, but Orcs definitely have a lot of brutishness in the center lines. They are putting more forces over to the other flank to try and help that one. But this is a brutal line, and the Chaos are just working their way forward. They're taking a lot of losses, the Orcs are, man. They need to get a handle on these Furies pretty damn quickly. The Renegade Gunners just pouring in right behind the Furies. Yeah, I kind of think that the Orcs might be in a little bit of trouble in the center, though they have got a lot of forces here. How many of these are actually... Yeah, look at all these Furies still. Oh my god. The Chaos here. Bringing demon parties. When a Chaos demonic incursion happens, ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, does it happen. The Orcs here messing around and finding out with Chaos. We have got a little blood lake starting to appear, finally. Little Timmy be praised. It's only in its infancy, but it is definitely a blood lake. And look at that front line. The Fury's just flapping about, tearing open flesh. Going towards flank, like I said, I'm really interested to see who wins this flank. Oh my god, the Chaos lines are actually going to connect over here. Is Chaos going to break through these lines? Look at this. Everywhere that the Furies appear now, they're just ripping open the Orc lines. Like I said, it does look like Chaos is getting the upper hand on this line. But yeah, they're going to break through these Orc lines any second in the center. The Orcs really need to start getting some reinforcements and swinging them around this side. We've got this cool little fight going on in the center. Orcs trying to push reinforcements into it, but no, they've just been cut off. Orcs there making their brutal last stand. We're going to get a crack in the combat line any second here, and Chaos are going to come pouring through it. Only a few Orcs remaining actually holding this. Are the Chaos going to split the Orc force in half here now? Kind of looks like it. The Orcs aren't pushing any units around. Yeah, the Chaos there, completely enveloping that gap. Oh, look at this. We have got a blood lake. Look at this one. Oh, let's go have a little paddle. It doesn't look that deep. Yeah, definitely in its infancy. Ah, sorry, little Timmy. You can get your rubber dinghy out, rubber ducky out, but no rubber dinghy. Oh, and another one with magnificent stuff. We've been missing these. Again, still in its infancy. Yeah, just look at this. Anywhere that the Furies appear, they're just smashing through them Orc lines. The Orcs not able to deal with the demons? The demons! I think they're French demons, aren't they? The demons. Though, you know what? If the Orcs keep up this on this side, though, they might actually win this flank. There's not that many Furies over here. In fact, there's like one. So if the Orcs do manage to do that, that'd be good. They can actually keep control of these flanks. They just got to actually get the kills in there. Kind of looks like, though, that Chaos slowly but surely working its way around the flank of the Orcs here. That's kind of sad. Oh, dear. I do think that we might have a bit of a Chaos imbalance here, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm quickly going to do is hit a little time-lapse camera, and we're going to see who's going to actually win this fight. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and oh my, it is the last stand of the Orcs, which is a shame because they were actually making really good progress here on this end. Look, they've made this magnificent little body pile here out of all the Renegade Gunners, but unfortunately, these Chaos Furies have come along and ruined, quite frankly, everyone's day in this battle. They absolutely annihilated the Kriegsmen, and they've absolutely annihilated the Orc forces here. Though it cannot be underestimated, the Orcs did put out a world of hurt. 484,000 kills for the Orcs. The Chaos, just having sheer weight of numbers on their side, allowed them to survive the battle. And I mean, just look at this. Look at that body pile. It just literally goes up and down the length of the battlefield. It is absolutely magnificent. Brittany is going to be so proud. And this here, this is where the Imperial Guard made their stand. You can see the little box formation still in the center. My God, look at the piles of Orcs, though. Oh my God, there were so many Orcs died in the center trying to take this. Looks like the Chaos actually still have quite a few forces over this side. Why have they still got so many over here? What are they doing? Are they all trying to chase down like one dude who's stuck under the map? I think that is the case. They're probably all chasing after one guy stuck under the map. But the Chaos here have won it today, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my, what an absolutely epic fight that was. But we can end this one here. As always, I do hope you've had a blast. I know I have. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who help to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not click the join button down below? And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing Chaotic Pinky store. We've got some really cool merch over there. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.